What's up, everybody? It's Dave Life with the Dave Life Show. Today I'm going to go over some headlines from DLTV News. Today, Russell Westbrook. So Westbrook got into an altercation with a fan down in Utah on Monday night's game with Oklahoma City Thunder against the Jazz. And in that, the fan was yapping back and forth with Westbrook. And Westbrook tells him, yo, I'll fuck you up, you and your wife. And Twitter went ablaze. Everybody's saying, man, maybe Westbrook went overboard. Others are saying, no, he didn't. Let's see what actually happened with the fan. Check this out.
I'll fuck him up. He said, I promise you. He's not playing. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll fuck you up. You and your wife. I'll fuck you up.
Yo, you know it's serious when a man says, on everything I love, on God, I'll fuck you up. So Westbrook was obviously pissed. So we did a little research, and this fan, Shane Keisel, I should say, he's had an issue with Westbrook before. Check out some of his old tweets. Boom. Westbrook is a piece of classless shit. Somebody needs to kick his ass. You know, a hashtag poor loser. That's what Shane Keisel said back in April of 2018 during last year's playoffs. And then in October of 18, he said Westbrook needs to go back where he came from. MAGA. That's October of 18. So clearly, go back where he came from. Okay, that sounds like some real, like, racist, like, go back to Africa type stuff. All right, so I see why Westbrook was pissed. And apparently, what Keisel was telling Westbrook was, he was telling him to get down on your knees like you're used to. What does that mean, on your knees? Is that some sort of a racial thing? Is that like a submissive slave thing? Is he a monkey? Is he an animal? Either way, racist connotation, totally inappropriate, and that's why Westbrook addressed him the way that he did. So check out Keisel's response in his post-game interview.
He's got to be a professional. I mean, she was sitting down the entire time. Me and him were just, we were kind of having fun, to be honest.
At least you thought you were having fun?
Yeah, he was smiling at one point, and there was a lot of people, because it was when, Joe would come by and poked Paul George in the eye, and then Joe goes over and apologizes immediately. Russ is just F-bombing and carrying on, acting a fool down here, and everybody's getting on him. And he had, I guess, heat. I thought it was ice. I just told him, I'm like, just sit down and ice your knees, bro. And he turned to me and he's like, that's heat. And I'm like, well, you're going to need it. And then it turned into not safe for work.
So that's what provoked his response. There was no swear words.
I never said a swear word to him, and everybody in the vicinity will say it. And she never left her seat, never said a word, hands in her lap. Never said a single swear word to him. Not one. So, like I said, initially I was like, oh, I'm talking with Westbrook, I mean, the guy's one of the greats, but he's also classless. I don't care. He can threaten me all he wants. I was the one talking to him. But don't threaten a woman. She's 5 feet tall and 110 pounds, man. I mean, never said a word to him. Her first NBA game ever. Welcome to the NBA, Jen.
So this guy is painting a picture that Westbrook overreacted. We were having fun. I'm talking to Westbrook. Clearly, he's a Jazz fan. The Jazz fans have real problems with Russell Westbrook. And he's painting a picture like Westbrook just snapped. He went too far. But I don't believe it. I mean, when you go into the research and you look at this man's tweets talking about he's a classless asshole and a piece of shit, he personally has like a real personal issue with Westbrook. But okay, that's sports. We can leave it at that. But then this guy goes on to say, he should go back where he came from. Like I said before, like, what you mean, like Africa? Like he's an animal or a monkey or something, and someone should whoop his ass. That's personal. That means you walked into the game with a personal problem with Russell Westbrook. So all this stuff about, oh, she didn't say anything and don't mess with her. Look, according to Westbrook, his wife did repeat what he said, according to Westbrook. So let's see Westbrook's post-game response.
The realization of
to get down on my knees like he used to. And for me,
A young man and his wife in the stands told me to get down on my knees like you used to. So that means that both of them have an issue. So she's mimicking whatever he's saying. And clearly, we know this guy already had an issue because he's talking about MAGA. You know, here we go. So let's check the rest of this out.
to get down on my knees like he used to. And for me, that's just completely disrespectful to me. I think it's racial. I think it's just inappropriate in a sense of there's no protection for the players. I think there are a lot of great fans around the world that like to come to the game and enjoy the game. There are people that come to the game and to say mean, disrespectful things about me, my family. For many years, man, I've done all the right things. I've never done anything to hurt or harm anybody. I've never been in any trouble. Never fought a fan. Been in the league 11 years. Clean slate. Humble. I take all the criticism from everybody. I've been doing the same thing for years. And for me, disrespect will not be taken from me. I'm completely just sit back sometime and just take it like this. That's just one video, but throughout the whole game, since I've been here, especially here in Utah, every time I come here, it's a lot of disrespectful things I said.
So I want y'all to know that in Utah specifically, Westbrook has an issue with the fans. They got an issue with him. Last year in the 2018 playoffs, there was another fan that had something to say, something smart to say to Westbrook. And Westbrook makes a really good point that the fans are pretty much protected. You can't run into the stands and slap them. You know, you can hardly say stuff to them. And it's kind of like the Malice in the Palace back in Detroit and the Pacers. Where you know the players jump into the fans and jump into the stands and attack the fans, and it was a big PR issue with a PR nightmare with the NBA. What Westbrook is saying is that you can't just talk to me any type of way because I'm a man. You're not gonna disrespect me or my family, especially my family. So he's like, that's not happening. So he addresses these fans, and I want to show you what happened last year in Utah. We got some headlines, an article here on Dave Life TV News. Utah Jazz fans have a history of inappropriate comments towards Russell Westbrook. So Westbrook swiped at a fan. This fan had his phone out, was trying to take a picture, and he had it like all up in Westbrook's face. He may have even said something, but he tried to touch Westbrook. And Westbrook, as he was leaving after, a very tough half and a tough loss, he swiped at the fan. So that was kind of a real tough situation. So let me play this for you.
Russell, there were a couple times where you, coming out of into the tunnel, you confronted a fan. What happened in those instances?
I don't confront fans. Fans confront me. Here in Utah, man, a lot of disrespectful, vulgar things are said to the players here with these fans, man. It's truly disrespectful. Talk about your families, your kids. And it's just a disrespect to the game, man. I think it's something that needs to be brought up. I'm tired of just going out and playing and letting fans say what the hell they want to say. I'm not with that. Because if I was on the street, they wouldn't just come up to me and say anything crazy because I don't play that shit. So I just think it's disrespectful when they get the chance to do whatever they want to do. It needs to be put to a stop, especially here in Utah.
So clearly Westbrook has a problem with fans in Utah that are disrespectful. I mean, not just like a rivalry, not just, trash talk you, try to get you off your game, but disrespect and reaching out and touching and crossing over. And I don't know if you remember, there was another thing where a young boy touched Westbrook as he was trying to get back on an inbounds or something like that. He touched Westbrook, and Westbrook turned around like, yo, and he realized it was a kid, and then he stopped and he schooled the young man, and he let him know, hey man, and he let his dad know, hey, you can't have your son just grabbing people. So Westbrook is highly sensitive about this, and you know what? I agree with him. He has a right, because you're playing the game, and the NBA game is one of the best games in the world because the fans can get so close, they can reach out and touch the players, but they shouldn't. But they're right there courtside. Players can dive for loose balls and be right there on top of the fans, and a lot of times it goes well because everybody knows, hey, we're playing the game, thank you for your support. But when you start trying to hit him with your phone or touch him or talk about his family and all that stuff, nah, that's not gonna work. So in Westbrook's defense, one of his teammates, Patrick Patterson, had some things to say. He came to his defense and he said, listen, fans can say shit about a man's family, wife and kids, tell a player, get down on your knees like you used to. As men, what do you expect us to do? Shut up and dribble. No one is held accountable for their actions except for us. Fans are protected in every way possible, but not us. That's very, very serious. That's real. So, man, it's crazy. I mean, how do you feel? Do you feel like Westbrook went too far? I personally don't. I think Westbrook was justified. And I think that racist fan, and I do call him racist because he's telling people to go back to where they came from. He's talking about MAGA, which is a very racist term these days because of our President Trump. And then on top of that, he's telling them to get, why don't you get down on your knees like you're used to? These are all kind of like very racist and racially charged comments. So, I got Russell's back. I don't know how you feel about it. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe to Dave Life TV on YouTube. Follow Dave Life TV on YouTube. You can also follow Dave Life TV on Instagram. And you can search us on hashtag The Dave Life Show and DLTV News. This is Dave, The Dave Life Show. Peace.